Join me today as we make this desk or nightstand set of a planter, a coaster, and a candle holder.
Good morning, everybody. This is Sarah. Today we'll be making a set of a coaster, a candle holder, and a plant holder using some items from the Dollar Tree. We've got the alphabet blocks and these tumbling tower games that they sell. I also picked up one of these miniature terracotta pots and one of the succulents. So let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is take 12 of these tumbling tower blocks, and I'm going to put them together in sets of 3. And I'm going to do 2 with the dark colored wood on the outside and 2 with the light colored wood on the outside. And in order to adhere them, I'm going to use some of this wood glue that I have at home, and I am going to just glue these together side by side. All right. Go and get those good and tight together. Go ahead and get this excess glue off. Okay, and I'm going to set each of these aside to dry, and we'll come back when those are done. All right, now that these are dry, we are going to glue them together like this, and we're going to glue each set of 2 like this. Once these are dry, we are going to glue them together like this, so we have a complete set of 4. So what I'm going to do is just get these a good tight bond here. And the same with these. All right, and the reason I'm doing this, where I'm gluing this in a set of 2 and in another set of 2, is so that I can give enough good pressure that they form a nice tight bond when I glue all 4 together. There you go. So we'll let these set for a couple minutes, and then we'll go ahead once these are set up and glue them all 4 together. And I'm not talking where they are completely dry. This says that a minimum of 30 minutes and not to stress it for at least 24 hours. But I'm just going to hold these so the glue gets a good start, and then we're going to come back and hold pressure this direction so that we have a nice tight bond. And then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, now our coaster is almost ready to go. There are a couple other things that you can do to it if you would like. They don't involve Dollar Tree products, but what I'm going to do is I am going to put a square felt on the bottom of it just to help keep it from scratching the surface of any table or desk or so forth you would put it on. And so I'm going to just put some glue along the bottom. And I'm just going to center the felt square over there and then let that dry. The last thing that we are going to do once everything is completely dry is I want to seal the piece to give it a waterproof finish so that it does not get ruined by any water. All right, now the last thing that I want to do to our coaster is I want to seal it so that there is no water damage to it since it is a wood piece. And for that, I'm going to use this Minwax water-based polyacrylic, and I'm just going to go over it and give it a nice finished seal. And maybe a little bit of glitter since this seems to have some glitter on it. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to use my brush, glitter-free, and I'm just going to put a nice coat of the polyacrylic over the blocks so that it gives a nice sealed finish so we don't have any water damage to the wood. Now this stuff is optional. You can also use, if you have the dishwasher safe Mod Podge, you could use that. But you do want to try to waterproof these just a little bit. Alright, so we're going to set that aside, let that dry. And while that is drying, go ahead and make 2 more of these without any felt or sealer on them because we are going to use them as the bases of the candle holder. Also, you want to make 1 extra block because we will be using that in the candle holder as well. Now what we want to do with our building blocks here is we want to paint them in similar colors as to what the tumbling tower blocks are that we're using for the base of the candle holder and our coaster. So for that I have a brown color that's just a Craft Smart color, and I have this folk art, and this is in a vintage white. And they're not going to be exact, obviously, but they'll be close enough, and these will be used for the base of the candle holder. And you can paint them either way, 2 of them the lighter color and 1 of the brown. I'm going to do 2 of the brown and 1 of the lighter color. Okay, now that this is dry, we're going to go ahead and start building up our candle holder. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this small set of 3 that we had made, and I'm going to glue it into the center of our candle holder, and I'm going to place it at an angle like this so it is just offset 90 degrees from the rest of the squares. Okay, I'm just going to put a little pressure on there for a minute. And then I'm going to build up with our square blocks that I went ahead and painted. I did 3 coats on each of them. With this one, I had started out with just a vintage white. It dried a lot lighter than I thought it would, so I came back in with my French vanilla folk art paint, and it turned out just about right. All right, so since I have 3 of these, we're just going to stack again at 90-degree angles. This first one I'm going to set right about like that. A little bit of pressure and wipe off that extra wood glue. So, next thing I'm going to do is come in and offset this white one at a 90-degree angle as well. lot of it there. All right, and then with the last one again. Oops. I'm going to put that one at the very, and this one right here I'm putting at the very top because it's a little bit frayed right there. All right, sorry about that, where I had to cut out. My phone rang and it is a copyrighted song, so I had to edit out that part of the video when the phone was ringing. But here we are with the base of the candle holder built and ready to go. And this is the top, and we're going to put this on just like this. And once that is dry, the candle holder, you can polyurethane it as you want, if you want, or you can just leave it the plain wood. So you can do that either way. I would suggest polyurethaning it if you're going to use a real candle. I love these and always use these just Dollar Tree candles that this one isn't working, but basically they're just the LED candles. You turn them on and they do flicker. So let me go ahead and get this piece on. And I just want to make sure I have this, there we go, centered correctly and level. And we'll just set this back and let that dry. And we'll be moving on to the final piece, which is our little plant holder. So I'm going to start out with this upside down, and I'm going to lay out my blocks around the candle holder, or I'm sorry, around the plant holder. And you're going to see they're going to just barely touch, and that is okay because as we go along, we're going to glue the next layer of pieces onto them. So the following layers are going to hold these in place. I'm just going to grab my wood glue and I'm going to put a couple dabs . Not going to use a lot. This is going to be a lot to try to clean out if it squishes all over the place. There we go. Okay, and we are just going to keep working around and building up as we go. All right, here we are with the finished wood frame to go around our terracotta pot, which we can just set right in there and just add the little plant to. And there we have it. I think that turned out really cute. All right, that's it for today's project. I will see you soon for the next one, and you all have a great day. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you like the projects we're working on, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.